first, second and goal. Prescott to throw this time. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Prescott now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This carries into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. 179 Bronco.
Throwing again. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jalen Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A first down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it.
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Jones now on first down. And now here is another interception.
Jones pass.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got Rome. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 9. A big run that time by Elliott. 49 yards on the ground.
9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Flush to his right, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
To C.D. Lamb. Touchdown.
C.D. Lamb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 23. Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
36-yard line.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing today.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Jones off the play fake. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete.
CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now an even 30.
Is good. Makes the score Cowboys 30, Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over.